So we just wrapped up what I think was one of the most emotional and dramatic press conferences I've ever covered here on Capitol Hill. You can see Congressman Thomas Massie still taking questions over there. Massie, a Republican, Khanna, a Democrat, and Marjorie Taylor Greene joined them too. Bipartisan way pushing this discharge petition, which is basically a way for them to get around the Speaker of the House and force a vote on the House floor to release the Epstein files. And at that microphone just now were several Epstein victims, survivors, sharing their stories, some of them sharing details of their stories for the first time. What bonded all of them, in addition to the trauma and the horrific stories and experiences they've all been through, is that they are all now calling for the full release of these files. They're all calling for every member of Congress to vote for Khanna and Thomas Massie's discharge petition. Take a listen to just some of the moving and emotional sound, but also the calls for action from the victims themselves.
If Ghislaine Maxwell were pardoned, it would undermine all the sacrifices I made to testify and make mockery of mine and all survivors' suffering. That is why the Epstein Files Transparency Act is so essential. It requires the Department of Justice release all the records related to Epstein and Maxwell investigations, flight logs, immunity deals, internal communications.
I plead to you, whether you're a dad, a mom, a brother, or a sister, look your young ones in the face, look them in the eye, and tell them you didn't stand against the very people who raped, molested, and preyed upon children and young women. If you vote no, your stance will be clear. You will be choosing to stand on the side of the rich and powerful, allowing money to buy your way out of the consequence.
We sometimes get caught up in the politics of this, and we forget the very real trauma and pain that these victims have gone through. The reason there are politics around this at all is because there are two efforts. There's one House Oversight Committee investigation, and then there is these guys' efforts, Massie and Khanna. They say their bill, their petition, is the right way to move forward, and they've got all of the support of the victims pushing for that as well. Right now, for that to work, Thomas Massie is going to need at least 2 more Republicans to sign on. Every House Democrat is poised to sign on, according to Khanna. Massie is looking for 2 more Republicans, in addition to himself, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Nancy Mace, Lauren Boebert, and potentially some others that they're now looking at. But they're going to need a couple of more people. And so we're going to see through the day and through the week if enough Republicans sign on to that effort over the objections of the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, and the White House.